Greetings, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to jump right into the reading. Gemini season. We already went through the full moon in Sagittarius energy. So we're pulling out all the stuff. We're going straight through to Cancer season. So there's a turning point that's already unraveling right now. It could have a lot to do with emotional intelligence and rational intelligence. Someone needs to find a healthy balance, or they need to have a healthy relationship with emotional intelligence. So we're going to take a look at what needs to be surrendered to. Or what needs to be given up to remain connected, or to remain collaborating and connected. Let it be great. How are you guys doing? I'm hearing stay off of the media. Some of you, the world media or the world news could be causing anxiety or stress, strain. Could be causing paranoia. We have surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. So some of you may be like, I don't have no ego. Yes, you do. Okay, we all do. All right. You may be wanting something to happen now. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to happen like now. It's going to happen in the Most High's timing. Do not go against. Do not rebel against the Most High's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So we do not pray to the creations. We pray to the creator. Some of you are like praying to the universe. You're going the wrong way. It's a tool. The universe is a tool. The Most High created. So pay attention and pray to the creator. Somebody's trying to rationalize some emotions here to stay in control. You're going against the flow. You're going against your manifestation. Somebody maybe tried to spell cast or try a ritual here. Again, you are going against the Most High's timing. Chill out. Surrender to prayer. And it's easy to fall. Pray. Didn't I just tell you about prayer? It's easy to fall into those temptations because the world that we living in, it's all controlled by man-made time. You know, we all governed by this fast-paced Amazonian shit. Chill out. You're letting things control you now. When you're the controller, you're the alchemist. Hey, give yourself over completely to pray. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe or the ether, and answers and support will arrive. Prayer is a very strong tool here. Your tongue is a very strong tool here. Prayer is going up, and the Most High dispatching guardians and angels to deliver. Stop playing with your life. Emotional intelligence from the heart. So prayer is the tool. Prayer is the key here. Let's get into a new deck. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, hitting that tip jar. Made it possible for me to cop a new deck. I appreciate it so much. It kind of adds more character to the channel. What is going on here with divine timing that my viewer needs to know? We have death and female. Okay, so somebody's days may be numbered. Death is another transition here. Somebody could be very gothic. We have a dark woman here. A dark feminine. This woman could be in the ego, and we having an ego death right here too. Maybe prayer is your last option. And I'm hearing I'm codependent. Maybe so this is somebody's thoughts. Maybe I'm picking up on a woman's thoughts that needs to be done with. You need to hit the kill switch on this thought, this intrusive thought. I'm hearing I am codependent when I stay in unhealthy relationships, even though in my heart I want to move on. Maybe you're trying to rush a cord cutting, or you're trying to rush. This can't happen fast enough. Maybe you want something to be done and over, and you're trying to push it. You're trying to force it. And by doing that, you have closed off yourself to the answers and support that would have arrived through a heartfelt prayer. Then I'm also getting, I am codependent when I have no idea what I think. Okay, something about a clue. When I have no clue what I think, feel, need, and live to cater to others instead of focusing on my own life. Because something is not happening fast enough. Someone is focusing on others, catering to others, and that needs to be done. Then I'm also getting, I don't know, I feel like this is a witch here. A house witch, or somebody that practices Voodooism. But I'm seeing like a crucifix. So I don't know if you practice voodoo and you believe in Christianity. But something needs to give. Something needs to be done. Which practice are you holding on to through the ego, and which practice are you holding on through the heart? Is somebody's practicing two religions, but one is being practiced from the ego. That needs to be over. Then I'm hearing you can't serve two gods. And maybe you're doing all of this because you're refusing to take care of yourself. This is deep. All because this can't happen fast enough. Maybe you pray and you renege on your prayers because the support or the answers is not happening or arriving fast enough. We have a secret. This may be all secrets. I may be like calling you out to call you in. And we have home. I'm telling you, we have a witch, a home witch. So this could be herbs, holistic remedies. This could be plant magic, or somebody's using plants to witness or calling the power of plants. I see you. I'm the eye peeping through the peephole. Some people like to say I'm the fly on the wall, whatever. And you know, I'm a transformative reader, just to put that out there in case you're new. I'm a transformative reader. I'm not really a love reader. I don't really do a lot of love readings. I'm a shadow worker. I'm a divine feminine. I'm a cycle breaker. I'm deep. One of my hobbies is deep ancestry. I have witnessed a lot of things, y'all. Even when I was a little girl, things that was meant to break my spirit, the Most High pulled me through. I was mature enough, even as a little girl, mature enough to know when I was in danger and how to get out. I had a few times where I could have been molested, and I could honestly tell you, my Orishas, for some of you, guardians, spirit team, whatever you want to call it, was over me. Like the whispers was already loud at that age. I was able to stand up to a possible predator. And it was somebody close to my father. And I stood up to him. And for many years, I never told anybody. I was afraid my father would have hurt him because my father is deep into martial arts. He knows Kung Fu. So I was afraid to tell my dad that secret because I didn't want my dad to, number one, rip him a new butthole and then end up in trouble. So years later, I did tell my dad, and he broke down crying. I never see my dad cry until I told him that. And he hugged me and he rocked me. And he was very proud. He was very proud that I handled the situation how I handled it. And not to toot my own horn, but out of the daughters, I was the chosen one to learn a lot of ancient knowledge. My dad is very deep in those stuff. He's a Rastafari head, you know, and they say Rastafari is the head to be fed. So I have a lot of teachings from him. He believed in the Sabbath, so I have a lot of teachings from him, and you know, my mom too as well. Can't forget my mom. So both of them is really deep in my life. I hardly speak to my dad in these times, but my mom, you know, my mom, she loves reposting and sharing. So mom, big up on herself. She is a big fan of my channel as well, big supporter. So I just had to like go into something personal to let you know that these personal experiences, it's like a form of support to creating who you are. So we do have a home witch, hey, or your home body, or there's I don't want to say witches. There's another term for that. Some of you could be medicine women. You could have a lot of healers, seers in your bloodline. You could have women that wore white in your line too as well. Like these were healers, medicine women, women of the earth. I'm hearing Michael Jackson, Liberian girl, when he was saying, you know that you came and you changed my world, just like in the movies. All right, so let's talk about it. And then I always hear the song by Madonna, My Baby's Got a Secret. We have healing, meditation, faith, praying. This is a very strong message. I'm very honored to deliver this message to you. Some of you may have a spirit mark. Your body is carrying something from your bloodline. It's not in words. It wasn't told to you, but your body is showing it. You may have some sort of marking, a birthmark, a mole, a scar that tells a story that you haven't heard. Your plants face you. My plants face me sometimes. You see how my plant is like reaching out to touch me? It's facing me. And this plant here too. I have a lot of plants that you can't see. And they look like they're gravitating towards me. I feel like there's a womb attached to your impatientness. And it's from another life. And somehow it's leaking power out of you. You have like an aura rip because of your impatientness. Some of you, your aura may be ripped because of something you're practicing out of ego. You're doing it out of ego, out of trying to control and force something through. You cannot forge this. You were heard. You were heard when you prayed, but it's not happening fast enough. Babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? Some sort of mole. I was going to say something, but it reminded me of my mom. Maybe this is about my mom? I'm going to have to text my mom in a minute. Some sort of scar from a surgery. Maybe it still hurts. I have one on my wrist, my left wrist. It was caused by an injury from a friend. And it hurts me a lot too sometimes. So maybe you have a scar from trauma, from surgery. It's telling a story. Whoa. This is too close to home. This is too close to home. Your body is the home. The body is the memory. the spirit map. So your body is the spirit map. And I don't know if you have like plants trying to connect with you. What? The plant is a direction. Look at the direction of the plant. It's so freaky. Because this feels like a compass, a sundial, and he's like facing a certain direction as he pray. Maybe this is part of somebody's religion, and we see it here too, with the hands extend to the heavens like a tree. So the tree extends to the heaven. Wow. Stand up alone, show up alone. I'm seeing a memory of someone in a church and they praising the Most High and their hands are extended. Something happens in that moment. I don't know if it was some sort of memory, a vision. It was just a glimpse of something. I'm being told that you need to record that. I don't know if you went out and you were dancing and hands were stretched to the heavens. You saw a glimpse of something. It was a part of a manifestation and the time of a manifestation. You saw the time of a manifestation and felt something on your back when that happened, maybe on your spine. The spine did something. Getting readings. Police station. Some of you may live close to a police station, or you live in a neighborhood where there's a small police station. Or there's sirens. There's sirens right now. Some of you are trying to speed something up through getting readings. There's a secret with a reading. We're gonna dive into that. Let me get a sip of my squirt. Because we squirt for real. Some of you may have a mole. See, I'm going back to this mole thing. Some of you may have a mole on your wrist, on your hand. See right here? Yep. A lot of people know me by this scar too. So somebody may be watching that recognize me from my scar. Oh, wow. It's the hourglass time. Somebody has a mole that darkened. Or a new mark. A new mole comes out of nowhere and it's dark. It darkens over time. Check on this. Your body is saying something. Check on this, or your body's a map. That reminds me of that movie on Netflix where homegirl had the stars. Her mom drew the stars on her hand to get back home. What is that movie? Let me look it up. Netflix movie where the little girl had the star map on her hand. Oh shit, I don't know. It's not none of them. And that girl who played in The Queen's Gambit, she was the little girl. The main character in The Queen's Gambit. Okay, so her name is Anya Taylor. I'm looking for the star to get to the movie I'm trying to tell y'all about. Oh, and her middle name is Joy, like me. the cosmical winky dinkies in this movie. And I do love chess. My dad taught me chess. So that's one of my favorite movies, The Queen's Gambit. Anya Taylor-Joy, new movie on Netflix. It didn't give me the movie I'm looking for. But anyway, it's like one of those movies in the desert and they build machineries and stuff like that. What kind of era is that? Like when you're building all these machines and you're in the desert and it's just oil, water. Let me see. Is it Ferocia? In Mad Max Saga. That was a good fucking movie. And she, when she was a little girl, her mom drew like the map of stars on her. But anyway, let's see what else is going on. Let's see what emotions, because emotions is important. I am a reader that definitely believes that manifestation kind of develops off of your strongest emotion, your strongest intention. This could be one for the ego. Let's see what the ego is trying to say here. Excited, thrilled, enthusiastic. So the ego may be like jumping for joy. Oh my gosh, my middle name is Joy. I'm feeling like all like tingly. I feel tingly, you guys. You know when mental I feel all mentally. So the ego is ecstatic right now. And then we have the heart is confused, because I did one for the ego, one for the heart. So it could be somebody's getting readings and it's appealing to their ego, but their heart is still confused. Ferosa. Is that her name for real in that movie? Ego tripping. Some of you may be listening to tarot readers that is inflating your ego. Holy shit. They could be leading your ego on through a reading, and because it's not happy. So whatever my candle went out. Whatever the reader is trying to tell you, maybe it's not developing fast enough and it's confusing your heart. You're like, man, this reader said that this person was going to call me in the next 3 days. It's been like 3 weeks. What's going on? It's not your ego timing, babes. That reader is actually leading you astray. Did they take your money? Did you pay for that? Nah, bruh. Alrighty. So let's see the feeling that runs over someone. The feelings or emotion that fills someone up when they pray. What is that? Look at that. When somebody prays, they feel comforted. They feel covered. They feel nourished. They feel reassured, consoled. Do it when you feel discouraged. This spirit. Somebody's heart is dislocated. Their heart can't beat. How does somebody feel when they're at home? Guilty and excited. So someone may be in the comforts of their home, getting all giddy with the tarot reader. It's like this tarot reader like amuses you, but it's like secret guilt. It's like a heaviness of guilt when somebody gets into these readings, because what the reader is saying is not like gelling, or it's not sticking, or it's not happening fast enough. Somebody feels guilty watching tarot readings. Somebody's trying to manifest you through tarot readings. When they get home, they do this. They make time at home to do this. They listening to me. We have creative, and we have exhausting, and we have bored. So somebody is bored. Somebody's like constantly watching the time. Somebody could be checking their phone like a bazillion times. We have somebody that's have a creative channel, a creative tarot channel, but there's a secret with how these readings are being performed. Yeah, I'm telling you, these readings leave somebody heavy. These readings are siphoning something from you because you have a rip in your aura. Your ego is leading you astray and confusing your heart. Something you heard in the reading confused your heart. Listen, if you're watching general readings or pick a card readings or TikTok readings and you're letting it like wash over you like that, you need to stop. You need to go practice patience. I don't know how you're going to practice patience, but you sure do need to. Alrighty. What is the secret? What is the mood? What is the emotional energy that's tailing the secret? That's on the, oh, embarrassed. What the hell, you guys? Awkward. Maybe a reading exposes somebody's secret and they're confused. This could be something to do with law enforcement. So maybe somebody's getting cosmic hits about a potential legal situation through a reading, and it feels awkward. They feel exposed. They feel people are reading into their life. Listen, when I first started this channel, this lady told me she was gonna sue me because the details that I was exposing on my reading was her life, and that's imposing in her life. I'm like, lady, how did you even find this channel though? You need to think. How did this reading find you? How did this channel find you, babes? I didn't go looking for you. I didn't seek you out. You seek my channel out. So you need to calm down. And then I had a few of my my subscribers, you know, people that are really strong on this channel kind of chimed in too, you know, kind of had my back, and I appreciate that. That was a lot of support. So somebody feels embarrassed with a secret. My baby's got a secret. And in that Madonna video, she's like sitting between the legs, what looks like a woman. She's dressing all white, and Madonna is like cradled between her legs, and she constantly looks up to the person who she's sitting in between of. But it could look like a woman and it could look like a man, but why would a man wear like a frock like that? You see what I'm saying? And she's just sitting there and she keeps looking up. It's so like odd. You guys check out that scene and tell me what you guys think. It's like she just keeps, and she has like this platinum hair, and you know, Madonna is really young. You know, Madonna is a Leo lady. We have the 10 of Wands, fire sign. We have Aries, divine masculine. We have some more fire. So we may have a divine masculine that's getting into tarot readings because they're confused about a situation. Something is going on with this person's body. The body. We naked here. How do we know we're naked? Who told you you were naked? That's what the Most High said to Adam. Adam, come forward. Adam comes forward with some little trees on him, little twigs, some little bushes. He's like, what's going on? Why are you wearing that? Wait, who told you to put that on? Adam's like, I'm naked. And the Most High was like, well, who told you was naked? Where'd you get that information from? So somebody's trying to rule their destiny out of their ego with the Emperor. So somebody's trying to manhandle a situation here to happen. They don't know patience. This patience is weighing heavy. What are they doing? Biting their nails? Somebody may be biting their nails. You need to go practice patience. You're a fucking emperor. Stop this before it gets blocked. Stop it. So an emperor is having intuitive hits from a tarot reading about possibly an investigation, possibly a secret that they may have buried. Maybe it's in their home, some sort of secret that somebody thought they got rid of or hid pretty well, or the past may be catching up with a fire sign. Maybe this fire sign wears a protection piece. We have a religious piece. I'm seeing a crucifix. Maybe the Star of David or a star here as well. Be careful of people giving you symbolic or jewelry pieces with symbols on it. It could have some sort of ritual on it, or like a hex. I'm feeling like somebody's trying to hex a fire sign. We have the Empress comes out, divine masculine, divine feminine shows out. Hey, it's the twin flames. So we may have a twin flame that wants to see each other. They could be trying to spy on each other through tarot readings. Divine feminine, you were doing this in the beginning. Now your divine masculine is doing this. You guys need to turn to prayer. I know I'm a tarot reader. I read tarot, right? But there's other methods. And going to like pick a card readings, TikTok readings. This could even be post of astrologists on, you know, social. It's not working for you. It's actually like tying up the energy in a knot. And I feel like, you know, you suss it out. You suss that this method is jamming up the channel. I feel like the divine feminine, you're being learned about from the divine masculine. Maybe somebody's calling themselves a divine feminine, and this is like intriguing to a divine masculine. Like, what was that term? There's divine terms being used, and somebody's very interested about what this meaning may be. Someone is praying to the universe, and you're using the wrong method. Let me rephrase that. You're using an ineffective method by praying to the universe, praying to the ether. Or really, hold on. All right, so being that the Emperor came out first and the overall energy is the divine feminine or the Emperor's energy, we could talk about a very enriched new beginning or turning point coming. Give yourself over completely to pray. Divine feminine, this feminine energy, this receptive energy, because we're receiving here with the hands out. That's a feminine gesture. That's femininity. So someone may be masculine and they're trying to pose as a feminine, but it's embarrassing because that's not their natural element. I'm getting Pisces, Taurus, and an Aquarian, Cancer, trying to pose as a feminine, a divine feminine, but they're a divine masculine, and that's why it feels confusing. So this could be a girl, a woman, that's trying to say, I'm a divine feminine, but they're really a divine masculine. And that could be just in that moment, that phase in the journey, because we could flip-flop. And that's why things are like, it feels like things rapidly start to begin and then it all falls. It collapses because this ego is misplaced. We have a woman that's embarrassed, could be public embarrassment. This woman could have gotten arrested or police came up in a woman's home. She is now in a place of wanting support, wanting to feel like this is all happening to me because I am divine, because I am chosen. So she's calling herself, she is labeling herself a divine feminine, but it's a burden to walk this way or call herself this because she is a divine masculine, or she's in her divine masculinity. And it could also be just masculinity. So she could be saying, hey, you know, posting a picture in a very like innocent pose, I'm a divine, hashtag divine feminine, but she's operating in masculine energy. She wants things done now. Her ego is in the driver's seat. She is embarrassed. And this is why the ego is in overdrive. She can't feel her heart space. So she cannot call herself a divine feminine because she is choosing to live egotistically. She got in trouble with the laws. She got in trouble in the laws because of abuse of power, of leadership. So this could be like, you know, I could do this and get away with it. Or it could also be violating somebody's property, somebody's home, somebody's car. Because if she is operating in this masculine energy and with fire energy, this is drama. This is chaotic with confusion. have like this fighting quality, this fighting structure to dominate. This could even be breaking the rules, and that's why the police here. Like really acting masculine. Like I'm seeing a woman like acting like a guy. Like she's like bruh and like, and then calling herself a divine feminine. Maybe she's into readings, or she saw something with a zodiac sign and it had like a report to it, and maybe this person who made the report was saying you are a divine feminine, and she took that, she ran with that label because something embarrassing happened with the police and she's trying to keep it a secret. It feels like maybe somebody wanted her out of their home and they had to call the police to get her out, and she feels like she is some sort of I could, the only word I could get is chosen. She feels like a chosen, or she feels like she's meant to be big, and all of this is happening to keep her down. But she doesn't realize that she's living in a masculine spirit, and she is very like, I'm gonna tell you now, worldly. She likes power. She likes power. There could be men after her, or a man embarrassed her, and that's why she's acting so masculine, so tougher than him. I feel like there is abuse of sex too, abuse of having sex, because being sexual is a power too. She could have misused her body hair. This could also be body shaming. Maybe there was a blotch surgery, scars from a surgery, and this is playing on her ego too. Let's scrub that out and go back to the twin flames. So we have a divine masculine that's gaining knowledge about a divine feminine, and it could be through secret readings. The Empress is a very powerful energy. This could be that your prayers, divine feminine, is very powerful. You could also be that this symbol, this feminine symbol of Venus, is a representation of the ethers, and you see how the Empress is kind of holding or cradling or kind of like using the Venus sign. So it could be that the divine feminine has some sort of impact on the ether or her immediate environment through prayer. Her heart is heard. You get what I'm telling you? Her heart is heard. This could even feel like dragon skin. I don't know if somebody's character, their spirit is like tough as dragon scales or skin. Some of you could even have a dragon totem, spirit totem. Actively glorious in prayer. And you know what? I don't know why the woman that's claiming to be a divine feminine, that's really operating in masculine spirit, she is thinking about you. Or it's something that she's doing that reminds her of you. Or she could be listening to people talk about you. People who are supporting you. This feels like a teacher's energy. So the woman that's claiming to be a divine feminine, she could be like an instructor, a promoter, a teacher, someone that has answers in whatever field she's in. Could even try to start a business at home and somebody reports that and the police shows up and it's embarrassing. The divine feminine is acknowledging something at home, or should be acknowledging something at home. Something that has support linked to a prayer is at home. Something about the plants or the living things in the home. Your abilities over time. Divine Feminine, your abilities over time get stronger at home, or when you're at home, or when you're at home. The Divine Feminine is the body too. You guys, big up on yourself in a comment box below if you are enjoying this reading. I feel very honored to deliver it today. So we have the 10 of Wands. This could be a strong Sagittarian energy. You could be embodying the Sagittarian energy from the moon, where no matter what's going on, this could be like obligations or chores at home. You seem to be carrying it well, even though you're tired. Some of you could be at home resting, or it's your day off and you're kind of like doing a lot of heavy stuff at home. Trouble in the home and people talking about it. Going back to the lady that's labeling herself as a Divine Feminine. She heard it from a reading and she ran with that label, but she's in a masculine spirit. She's trying to make swift change. She could be hearing about someone who's infatuated with her in the reading as well. She knows who it is. Okay, we have strong Aquarian energy. Someone could work in a club where they take their clothes off and there's like people watching, or they're gonna see somebody that they know and they may run. It's a secret to be here. And somebody sees, it could be like a raid in a fucking titty bar, a ass joint, you know what I'm saying? And the police come, lights on, last call, and the lights come on and it's like, hey, isn't that such and such? Oh my god. We have an Aquarian, Pisces, and again strong Cancer energy. 9 of Cups, Scorpio. I wanted to say Scorpio, but I said Cancer, and then Scorpio energy comes out. So someone may be travel banned too. Somebody got in trouble with the law and it's like, you gotta stay in town. Don't even think about leaving, right? Or they're like, they're under house arrest. Hey, that's crazy. They try to lie, or they try to lie about their name to the police, and they were like, you know what? We're gonna put this ankle bracelet on you. Plow. We have the moon. So something is not what it seems. Somebody thinks they're a Divine Feminine, but they're not. They're not there yet. Okay, so she is a Divine Feminine, but it's like, okay, it's like you got the information before it was ready. So it's almost like, you know when you order food online or whatever and you go to pick it up, but it's not ready. You got the confirmation that your order is ready, you pay for it, but when you go to the spot, it's not ready. So you gotta sit there and wait. And then you're sitting there like, man, should I ask for something free for the inconvenience? Like, this is this person, this is this feminine that is not yet a Divine Feminine, but she got the confirmation that she is. So she's going through these embarrassing situation because she is using her power. She's abusing her power. She lies a lot too because she wants things to happen fast. She's very impatient, so she would lie to speed things up. This is somebody that would tell like white lies, like something about a car too, or a home. So they may lie about a car being theirs, or they lie about a car being theirs, and they lie about a home being theirs, but it's not. They love to, this could be like somebody that works at a bar. This is like I'm hearing like drinks and people talking at night. Wild people. Oh my goodness. You know what they say about the crowd that's found in nightclubs? They're all karmic. They're all like karmic souls looking for an outlet. And it's like they spread, or it's contagious, the spirit that they bring with them. Because it's like you get dressed up. It's like majority of people they're like performing a ritual, the shower, the putting on the clothes, the makeup, the perfumes, why they select this shoe and why they select this underwear and why they select that perfume. And people, when they see me, they gonna be like this and they gonna be like that. It creates a type of entity when you get into that. And remember, I was talking about somebody's aura is ripped. And it's like they're naked. They feel uncomfortable a lot. They feel misunderstood because it's like they're trying to be like this powerful person. But the way how they're doing it, they're embarrassing themselves. Or they feel like people around them just don't get why they do things. But they lie a lot. Like, there's no excuses for lying. And you said this was yours. And you said that was this. And then they feel awkward. They feel exposed. But why are you lying in the first place? To be liked? To be in circle? What is this? And I don't know if it's you or it's somebody that you know, but this person thinks about you. I don't know what it is. If it's like, it could be something you said to them and it still it still plays on them. Or they could feel like they're getting some sort of karma for how they treated you. A dark divine feminine is here. Impatientness with the 8 of Wands. Somebody's going off of a reading. Tarot readers, be careful what you say to somebody who really is out here committing crimes. Is like, I'm getting like a woman getting a reading, or they have a favorite reader that they get readings from, and they're confusing the divine feminine or the divine masculine part of it. It's like they're taking the label as theirs, as an answer. And it's like, whenever something plays out in their life that embarrasses them, they get mad at the reader or they get mad at the reading. And they call it illusions, fake stories with the moon. Someone may have ran, I'm hearing the best part was leaving. Let me see how much time I have. I'm hearing the best part was leaving. Somebody saying they went to a party, the 3 of Cups. They may have had a few good drinks or they had a few good moments, but the best part was leaving to go home. Somebody's social battery was down and they're like, fuck this. They may have even sneaked away. And they went home to watch readings. All right, so somebody doesn't see that their prayer was answered. I feel like the answers, the support may come in a way where you feel threatened, but it's the support. So it's like, what I'm visioning right now is me standing in front like a high bush, and the bush starts shaking, and I'm like scared, like, because it's night, right? And it's like a porch light shining on the bush, and the bush starts shaking, and I can't see, but I know the shit is shaking because I could hear it too. So I'm like backing up, like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? It better not be some mangy rabid dog, right? And then somebody comes out of it and you're like, what are you doing in there? And then they have like this funny story, like, funny thing, I was looking for my shoe and I end up falling into the bush and I came out this way, and I'm just standing there like, wow, I almost kicked your ass. I thought you was a dog. And it's like, by the way, such and such, they say something, but it's an answer. It's like the way how somebody gets an answer, it could feel threatening or scary, but it turns into like a joke. Someone is not who they seem, and they have a huge secret, and they out here partying and bullshitting to get it off of them. Somebody's confused by somebody's behavior and they're going to a tarot reader, Tower. So you and your divine masculine or you and your divine feminine could have had a goal and it bust into the Tower. The goal collapsed because it wasn't happening fast enough, or somebody pulled away because it wasn't happening. Somebody became indifferent because it wasn't happening fast enough. Somebody became embarrassed because it wasn't happening fast enough. But they go to readings to kind of check in, energy check with their twin. A shattered dream. A shattered dream for success collapsed with the Tower. We have the Queen of Wands. Could be with a fire rising. Somebody's thinking very sexually about a Queen of Wands. This could be someone that you're not talking to right now, but there's still devotion there. I feel like this person is trying to talk to you, but they have a confusing way of talking to you. Somebody likes to watch a lot of crime stories at home. Someone may be getting nightmares. I know I had a strange dream, a nightmare last night. And it could be like the intensity of the dream could be a reflection to what something is happening in somebody's life. Somebody may be in trouble with the laws. They did something when they were unhappy. When they were like drunk or they were out of their element. They did something. And I feel like they got in trouble. Or somebody's accusing them of something here with money. But I feel like somebody was unhappy. They may have went out, got wild and did something. And now they're in trouble. This person may have hurt your inner child, or they cause you to protect yourself. We have Diablo spirit coming through. So we have a scandal that was revealed through a reading. Adversity, because someone keeps choosing their temptations. Somebody keeps getting distracted by their temptations and is like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's come over me. Someone is out here living a very scandalous life and claiming that they're a divine feminine. Not saying that they aren't, but they're not in that frame. They don't live that lifestyle. So for somebody to be claiming that they're a divine feminine, but out here living like a karmic, or living like they possess by demonic forces, running after men with money, trying to get binded to men for money, trying to use sex to stay in confirmation, trying to use sex to stay in somebody's home. Like, how you a whole divine feminine and people calling the police on you? What did you do to have these people feel like they need to call the police? And it's all about money. Somebody's like, I work hard for that money. Working hard what? Stripping? Maybe if that's the only option, I feel like somebody's saying that that's their life, that's their only option, but something is sketchy about the establishment then. It's like somebody may be stripping to have a nice home, but it's like it's confusing because, I don't know, morals. Maybe there's a lot of men like this around. Predators. This is like a predator energy. I don't know. It feels like it's going to have a raid with an establishment. Queen of Wands could be very sexy, hot, dominatrix type vibe. What is this 5 of Pentacles? So somebody may be stripping because of hardship, financial hardships. They may be a tarot reader too. But something is reversed. It's like what you expect from doing whatever you're doing, it's not happening fast enough. and lying to speed it up. Somebody took advantage of a loyal friendship of their home. And I don't know if our reading kind of turn you on to this person about to deceive you. The father of lies, or somebody learned to lie like their damn dad. Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Somebody may be struggling to pay their debt. Could be a tarot reader. We have the Six of Swords, Libra energy with an Aquarius man, King of Swords. Someone may have an Aquarius dad. We have the Hangman's energy with the World. Whoa. Somebody's home is their sanctuary. It's like a place where we could escape the world. Maybe the police is looking for somebody and they don't know their address, where they live, but they know where they work. Somebody's trying to divorce a King of Swords and he's in his feelings, or a King of Swords found out that somebody for them is doing something embarrassed. They're embarrassed by what somebody was doing. They feel like they're not enough. And somehow the police is involved. I feel like a lot of people in this reading are praying because they're in trouble. And I heard like sirens in my left ear. They're in trouble. They've been doing things to try to improve their life, but they've been lying, cheating, deceiving, could even be stealing, setting traps, or trying to like mind control people here to get what they want, because praying is not happening fast enough for them. Wow. Somebody may be forced to show their body. I don't know why I'm getting like an entertainer or a celebrity, and she's a woman and she's made to like wear these costumes and she doesn't like it, and it's like it makes her like distracted, and it's like she wish she was home. She wish she was just home, doing all of this for the home, praying for another way. Somebody's forced to show too much of themselves and they're praying for another way to come to make money for this home. Because this is like, I want to go home from a painful ordeal. Six of Swords, a disaster happened. I jump in my little boat and I'm like pushing really hard to go down to the next shoreline. This is a painful transition. I don't know why I'm getting like that's my best friend. So a King of Swords could be a best friend to a Queen of Wands. They talk a lot. Maybe he's really quiet. Somebody's a mind reader, or somebody's saying they're not a mind reader. Yeah. I just want to be financial. It's like we have a woman telling a guy, this could be her brother, and he don't know what to say, or he's quiet about this limbo, about this ordeal, this adversity. I don't know why I feel like a brother knows about a sister's sex life, or knows who she slept with, or know the guys who she be sleeping with. They could possibly live in the same home. I don't know why I got somebody living with their pimp daddy and they're like roommates. This guy knows about this woman's sex life. So I thought it was like a brother, but it could be like a brotherly type attachment. Like it could be somebody's like pimp daddy. This could be like an undercover police acting like a fucking pimp, and he has a stripper living with him. Somebody's doing secret readings in their room. and they're led to do this out of a scandal. Someone here could have been hurt from a King of Swords, and they started pulling cards secretly in their home about this King of Swords, because there's no progress. The boat is stuck. It feels like she's even hurting herself trying to use this stick. I don't know what they call it, like a pole to push the canoe. It's a standstill. We see that here twice with the Six of Swords and the Hangman energy. The Hangman energy is big limbo energy. Caught up, powerless, can't do shit. So I don't know if the Queen of Wands had something going on with a King of Swords and it didn't go anywhere. It didn't happen fast enough, so we start pulling cards in the secrecy of our home to kind of like decode this King of Swords. Somebody's trying to decode a King of Swords. Where is this going? Against the counsel of a spirit guides. So I don't know if the Queen of Wands is getting answers and support, but it's not what she wants. And then we have running away. The King of Swords running away. Or has to be on the run. What is this? This is a change that somebody didn't ask for. They're confused on why it's happening, because in the reading, so somebody's comparing what's actually happening in the real world with a reading that they got. We have the King of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Wands. So we could have someone that's really feeling good about their accomplishments. I feel like this King of Pentacles, their prayers are being answered. They're like looking up to the heavens like, I know that was you, God. They really feel like God's son, you know? What is this secret with the Knight of Wands? Something about in the home, the world. They hiding it from the world. Ace of Cups. Who they loving on? Something very unconventional and unorthodox. We could have a Libra man here. We have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, strong Cancer, fixed energy, fixed signs. Someone could have been born under the fixed constellations. They feel chosen. Somebody loving on someone behind closed doors in the privacy of their home. This could be two men, or it could be a man and a woman. The woman could be in her King of Wands energy, but it's unorthodox, or it's against societal norms. It could be very embarrassing if it gets out. Or we have someone in the Justice Department that has an unconventional relationship, but it's like they separate their work life with their home life, but it's still kept a secret, and one lover doesn't want to be a secret. So we could have a man or woman here. It could be the divine feminine, divine masculine. Divine feminine, you may be in a king-like energy where you're standing on your convictions with the King of Wands. Maybe you want a commitment, and maybe a divine masculine wants convenience and not a commitment right now. Maybe it's not the right time. Obligations are a big factor here. The both of y'all spying. Somebody's using Christianity and spirituality. Both of y'all thinking about each other. We have a divine feminine, divine masculine thinking about each other. Thinking about how you guys' world would look together if only the reading was real. Somebody's saying they seeking the truth from a reading, but it's unorthodox to do so. Scriptures. Somebody could be quoting scriptures. I guess obligations may be tearing your worlds apart, but the love is had despite of it. Ooh, this could look like the bottom of the cup, like the inside of the cup. So somebody's cup may be empty and they trying to come in with the Knight of Wands to their counterpart, to their twin. But it's like, where is the commitment, buddy? Where is the commitment, buddy? They got to do it by the book this time with the Hierophant. We could have Taurus energy, Libra. We could have a Taurus and a Libra that's chopping it up, and they have a love for each other. It could be friendship. I know I do have a Taurus client that comes to my home base salon. And she do have military sons. She do have military sons. And we do talk about religion. She tells me stories about her church. Tell me why I'm spelling like fried chicken. Or stew chicken. Barbecue chicken. So something going on. So I feel like somebody wants to talk about a commitment, or they want to talk about possibly a routine, but they too embarrassed. I feel like somebody wanted to talk to you about committed love or a routine love. This is someone that could be feeling very sexy right now. They could be feeling very sexual, or they feel like they have sexual needs, sexual desires, but it's like, I don't know, they gotta walk this spiritual walk. Or tell me why I heard somebody may be celibate for a year. Somebody may be in a celibate for a year. All of a sudden somebody's speaking spiritually or righteously as a way of being transparent. So somebody could be using scriptures as a way to be transparent. Something happened that somebody didn't want to happen, and it goes against our reading. A reading that was delivered. Praying to God for an opportunity. Lord, hear my prayers. Father, hear my prayers. And it's like, I'm giving you the answer. I'm giving you the support. And it's like, you're afraid. You're afraid to take it. You're afraid to take what I'm giving to you. So I don't know if one of the twins is afraid to give what is being given from God, from the hand of God. They were excited about it. But now that they see the truth of it, it's like they're afraid. Somebody may be depressed and in their home a lot. They could have like a man outside the door, a guard outside the door. So someone could have like protection outside. This is getting difficult to read. Okay, so somebody's trying to end something with prayer. This could be the last resort, because this feels like the last bit. So it's like, after doing all kind of weird shit, getting embarrassed, you know, karma from it, maybe getting in trouble with the lies, could be even losing a house, feeling disoriented, lethargic. It's like somebody's now using prayer. And then I'm hearing all is right with the justice. Like all goes back in order, and then somebody's like grateful. Wait a minute. I'm getting some people will only value you after they lose you. Let that be their lesson. Huh? Never compromise. I'm hearing women. It's like justice is speaking to me. Women never compromise your strength to a weak man to appear strong. Huh? Never compromise your strength to make a weak man appear strong. Ooh, that was kind of like giving me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, and then it's like a priest talking. Maybe somebody's listening to a sermon and the priest says, sometimes you lose people so that something better can take their place. And it like it struck a chord in somebody. And it's like that's their gospel. What that priest said. Somebody's under even though somebody have like gems, or somebody has like, you know, some really good shit to say, I feel like the police is investigating a pastor or a church. They voted him in, they could vote him out. Man, what is this I'm getting? Ooh, you guys, I'm getting a lot of downloads, and what I got this time looking at the clock here was, and then it's like when I looked at the clock and I'm looking at this hole, it's like I was being like sucked into it, and what I got echoing from that hole was, when you begin to wonder if you should stay, this is when you know you should go. So I'm going to leave it there, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in as long as you did. Thank you for being such a supportive supporter, subscriber here on the Hourglass. Thank you for keeping the lights on here. Big up on yourself in the comment box if this rang through, or if you was just entertained by the story, by the reading, by the channeling. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in another channel message. Chat to you guys later. Ciao.